right, before we get out of here, my last topic we're really going to talk about is this Tank Davis situation.
Mm-hmm.
But we want to talk about it from the beginning before the fight.
Okay.
And I want to start with your reaction to his Fight Hub interview.
Mm-hmm.
I would say probably one of your best reaction videos.
I appreciate that.
Because of how detailed it was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Man.
You're a big Tank fan.
Yeah, I'm a big Tank fan, bro. I think the first fight I seen Tank have was, I want to say Gamboa. I want to say that's when I was really just getting into him. But yeah, I'm a big Tank fan, man.
For sure. And prior to the fight, while you were reacting to the interview, I liked your reaction because you actually pointed out a lot of like things in Tank's personality that I never noticed.
Mm-hmm.
And you pointed out a lot of things, and then you definitely proved your case on being a Tank fan.
Mm-hmm.
You felt like, of course, he was gonna win. You felt like he was sure to win, but you did have a feeling like, hey man, Roach might got something.
Yeah.
Roach might got something. We feel like they was the same type of fighter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I felt, yeah, for sure. Cause it's I think I was telling my partner this too, is like, I can see it. Roach ain't no pushover. Right. And I can see it. And also in the press conference and stuff, it's a lot of, like with Frank Martin, you can tell.
You can see it.
Yeah, you can see it in his persona. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna beat him. Like he's second guessing himself. But Roach, it was like he just had that confidence.
Yeah.
He just had that confidence, and I feel like, honestly, with that fight, I feel like I want to be biased. But as a Tank fan, I feel like Roach, I feel like he won.
Yeah, okay, that's a big bold statement.
Maybe by 1 point. But then again, I look back at a lot of shots that Tank threw.
Tank was throwing something?
Yeah, he was throwing, and on the cards and stuff, it was saying more power shots. So that's what Tank was up on. But Roach was also countering a lot of his shots. So that may have been like what people were seeing too, and saying Tank lost. But Tank wasn't himself in that fight for sure. I don't feel like he was himself. He was BSing a lot.
Why do you think that was?
It may have been, I'd say, the trainer switch. Coach Calvin wasn't his primary trainer, I don't think. And probably just him not probably had something to do with training, I'd say. I think so. And him not taking it serious, I don't know. And just, yeah, he wasn't himself. Then he threw a shoulder at, he did a little shoulder bump. Like, that's not him. That ain't him. I feel like he was trying to get Roach out of his element. But Roach wasn't backing down. That's what a lot of fighters, Tank, have fought. Mess up at.
They back down.
They back down.
Yeah.
But Roach was standing in there, throwing them jokers. But the rematch, I for sure, Tank gonna come out a different beast with this rematch. And they've been talking to.
You think they're definitely gonna do a rematch?
I feel like it. If Tank wanted to have him, I feel like he gonna make it happen.
Yeah, we need that, man.
For sure.
We need some clarification.
That's good. Roach a good fighter though. He stood in there. He showed everybody that, And now for the other guys, Keyshawn and Shakur, I don't know if y'all want to mess with Gervonta.
Okay.
I don't know. Tank. If they ain't got that power like Roach and just gonna stand in there with Tank like that, they night.
So you think Roach is definitely his toughest competitor ever?
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, that fight for sure. But like I said, this next fight, I feel like he gonna lock in for real.
What do you think about taking a knee and the grease in the eye?
See, I understand when people say you take a knee any time it should be a knockdown.
Okay.
But also, yeah, man, it's gonna be me being biased. I'm gonna keep it G.
I feel like you take a knee, got to be a knockdown because You just taking a break and getting covered?
All right. I'm gonna say this.
If you take a break, you're supposed to go lean on the ropes and let me punch on your ass.
No.
You want a break? I got a break.
Fact. I'm gonna say this though. If Tank got hit with one of those punches and then he took a knee, I don't think that jab Roach through connected. It just swiped his hair, and that's how his hair went, in his eye.
There's a lot of replay to support.
Yeah.
Both sides.
Exactly. So, yeah. If it wasn't no punch to make him take a knee, I don't feel like it could. I don't know, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then he also, he did a little thing with his glove, touching his eye. He could have said something to the ref or something, but I don't know. I feel like Tank knew what it was. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah, I mean, it's over now.
Yeah, it's over now.
So he didn't get the L, but
draw.
Who did get the L was all the people who spent the money betting in Vegas. So all the people who bet to the house on Tank's side lost all their money. All the people who bet to the house on Roach's side lost all their money. And guess who got to keep everything? Vegas. You know what I'm saying? I think this is, I don't know, man. This is some trickery, I believe.
Yeah. Oh, no, I ain't betting no more on nothing.
Nah.
Yeah. I just knew Tank was gonna get him out of there about 8th round, 9th round. Yeah. I even put 10, round 10, because I knew Roach wasn't no pushover. But yeah, he coming forward. Tank hitting him with shots. Yeah, he started coming forward.
Tank didn't fight a bad fight though.
He didn't. He boxed more,
but he didn't fight his normal fight.
Exactly.
One thing I noticed about Tank in that interview that you reacted to, and you brought it up a couple times where you pointed out to it, but Tank kind of giving me like the vibe of he don't really care no more.
Yeah, I think he ready to leave.
And he spoke on retirement before.
Yeah. I think he ready to leave. That's my opinion. Well, before the fight, he was, but now since they talking and I feel like Tank feel played.
Right. He dealing with legal problems as well.
All that.
I don't think people ever speak on he's dealing with legal problems now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel like his mental. I don't feel like he was there. He wasn't there at all. And I even said, even the walkout.
Yeah.
He putting his head down. He wasn't just. I seen it in him. He wasn't focused. He wasn't focused at all. He coming out hanging his head sometime looking. Regular Tank, he straight out the gate. He looking focused, bobbing his head, jumping. So it was different. That's just the little stuff I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
does Tank have anything else to prove in the game?
Nah. Once he beat Roach, nah.
So if he beat Roach, it's cool?
Yeah.
Do we gotta fight Shakur though?
I don't feel like. See, with that, I'll probably just set that fight up so Tank whoop his ass.
You think Tank and Shakur will ever fight?
Probably not.
I don't think so either.
Probably not. Because Tank too close to. Probably not. And then it's like what is Tank getting out of that? Out of that fight with Shakur? Everybody want to see it though, but
yeah, I think it'll be a good fight.
I really don't feel like it'll do numbers on pay-per-view.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. Well, maybe.
It'll be Shakur's biggest fight.
Yeah, for sure. See, I'd rather see Shakur and Haney. Well, I know Haney way bigger than Shakur, but or him and Ryan. Well, Ryan bigger too here.
Ryan's suspended.
He's still suspended?
Well, I don't know. He should be.
Oh no, Ryan finna fight Rolly.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, up in May.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, you be on it. But so you don't think they'll ever fight? And what do you think is the main reason? The main reason why Tank don't want to fight Shakur is what?
I don't think he really bringing nothing to the table.
Money wise?
I wouldn't say money wise. Well, damn. Like I feel like the excitement will be there, but it's like Tank making him wait. Like you just not finna get no chance, and you ain't really did nothing. That's how he looking at it. You ain't really did nothing. And all your fights is, Shakur a great boxer, but do Shakur have power? Can he stop a fight?
Yeah.
I can see if he's stopping people and knocking them out, and then it'll be a good a good fight.
He got a good combo game.
Oh yeah. He can box for sure.
For sure. That was so. What about Kid Austin? You heard of Kid Austin?
Yeah.
Kid Austin, coming out of San Antonio, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Is that somebody who's you feel like gonna be a wave in this game?
I thought he was I thought he was gonna be good, but from backing down I ain't say he backed down, but that's how people looking at it. So I don't know. I feel like that was his opportunity. That was his opportunity.
So who did he back down from?
Shakur. They supposed to fight. But it was like, I guess he got sick or something. I don't know. It's a lot of stories saying he probably wasn't ready.
Okay, does it seem like a lot of people don't want to fight Shakur?
It do. But with that, it's like, what's the reason for it? I don't think people are scared of Shakur. I just feel like he really not bringing nothing to the table. But then again, it's like, if you started talking at me, let me go on beat you, get you out the way, so you can shut up. For
sure. Did you see Shakur's last fight?
Nah, I didn't. They said he fought a plumber, huh? I mean,
an electrician.
Electrician.
He fought an electrician.
And he stayed in. That's what I'm saying.
He stayed the whole fight, I think.
That's what I'm saying.
It was no knockout. It was a decision. But the dude was a training boxer. He was a boxer, but he was, an electrician as well. And he was, I think who he was supposed to fight didn't come through.
I think that was Kid Austin.
Again, that was it. Yeah, that was it.
That was Kid Austin.
But I like the fact that Shakur still came and threw some punches.
Yeah. Like I said, Shakur is an amazing fighter.
Yeah.
It's just, have he fought somebody with power like Tank?
Can Kid Austin elevate in the ranks without going through Shakur?
Nah, if they in the same, nah. Yeah, well, I say that. I say probably so. If they in the same weight class, just beating people that's, that don't have a belt.
Yeah.
I feel like it, yeah. Well, eventually he'll have to meet him if you stand at that weight.
Right.
It'll have to be that. He just got to get ready.
For sure. Do you think dealing with Jay Prince could be probably a reason why people don't want to deal with Shakur?
I don't know.
Because I feel like Jay Prince been knocking at the door for a long time to be up there like Don King or whatever. Not like Don King, but like Jay Prince supposed to be one of the biggest boxing promoters right now. He been in the game a while, you know what I'm saying? And it's not even, fuck all that gangster shit. Jay Prince been doing this thing with the boxing for a long time.
For real?
Yeah. And is
that his manager or something?
Yeah, that's like his main, like not Tank, but Shakur. That's Jay Prince's like main boxer.
Oh, okay.
And he been managing boxers and promoting boxers for decades.
Oh.
That's his main thing. He got a boxing gym, all that. Shakur is like his main protege.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So you ever thought about that?
Nah, I ain't never think about it. Yeah. I ain't never think about it. Yeah. Nah. But I can say I see Abdullah Mason fighting Shakur sometime.
Yeah, facts. I can see it.
Yeah, I can see it. Since Keyshawn and him ain't gonna fight.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Abdullah Mason the next. Yeah. He pretty good. Pretty good.
So what do you believe about this trend of lighter weight boxers becoming more popular than the heavyweights used to be?
I was finna say more skill, but it's I don't know. I guess bigger names, I'd say.
Yeah.
Cause that's I can't name more than like 3 or 4 heavyweight boxers.
Right. I think heavyweight boxers have become less skilled over time.
Yeah,
there used to be skilled heavyweights.
I don't know. Fury. Oh, I don't know if he got power for sure. He'll get you up out of there.
Yeah,
for sure.
He could box a little bit.
Yeah, Wilder. He make my head hurt.
Yeah, but back in the day, it was more heavyweights. Actually, was more a little.
Yeah,
bit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Ali, Tommy Hearn. I think
even
Tommy Hearn.
Holyfield, all them guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. He used to be a more skilled.
Yeah, them was the name. Yeah.
Even Roy Jones ended up going up to heavyweight.
Oh yeah, because he was like
a middleweight or something like that.
Yeah, I think he middle, light, heavy,
something like that.
Yeah.
And he ended up to prove himself. At the end of his career, he went up to heavyweight. But it's not like that no more. People trying to fight 130, 140 pounds.
Facts.
Yeah.
I think that'd be their walk around weight though. Well, close to that. That's why they try to,
That's small as fuck, man.
It is.
Man. I would say, I don't know. I feel like the Canelo and Crawford thing gotta happen.
I feel like it will. I feel like it will. I think Crawford will get him.
I hope so.
And he also going up though.
Yeah.
Crawford going up. But I feel like the way he put them knots on what's the name head.
But listen to this though. That actually was a long time ago.
What that?
With Errol Spence. When you really think about it, that shit was a long ass time ago.
It been a couple years, huh?
It's almost it's over a year.
Yeah, about 2 years, I think.
Almost, like maybe a year and a half.
Maybe. So
we need you to see fight somebody.
Oh, he sure haven't fought, huh?
He ain't done nothing. So, but I respect his game and I like how he fight. He's the dude I want to see at the top. But
damn,
he ain't fighting no more. It's like he got paid, I guess, but he need to fight somebody soon.
Yeah, he do.
Yeah, he got to stay sharp.
That's just like my boy Jamel.
Yeah.
Jamel Charlo.
Yeah. Charlo twins got a lot going on right now.
Yeah, they do. They got to shake back. They got to shake back. Fact.
For real. Did he fight Charlo?
No.
Who's that?
Canelo
fought
yeah. Jamal. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
Or was it Jamel? Was that Jamal or Jamel?
It's one of them, man. I think it was Jamel.
I think it was the younger one, and he's man.
But that was Canelo, but we haven't seen Crawford since Spence. And we ain't seen Spence.
You just made me realize that.
Yeah, for real. We got to do something though.
He got to. He gonna have to.
We might have to get a real sports talk section going on in this motherfucker.
Facts.
For real.
Nah, facts.
For real. I like that shit, but I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna cut it right there. And I'm gonna say, shit, it's an honor and a privilege to have you in the green room.
Man, I appreciate you.
Yeah, for sure. We've been here we can't give them too much. We talk about a lot of shit.
Real talk.